Nothing prepared me for the reality of being my own boss. Before I started my business, I read so many books, listened to podcasts, watched interviews on YouTube, and they were all inspiring and full of valuable insights, but I still found myself starting from scratch when it came to running a business. What I didn't realize was how many hats I needed to wear in addition to that of a coach, and that's what I want to talk about in this video. Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Alisa and I help qualified coaches build financially viable coaching businesses. I started my business ownership journey in 2017 as a personal finance coach. I wanted to impact people and their relationship with money by using my coaching and financial skills. And I did, but only about 30% of my time was spent coaching. I had no idea when I started as a coach that I would spend the majority of my working week wearing different hats than the one I had chosen when I became a coach. People leave their jobs to start a business or a freelance career, and what they don't realize is that they leave one job to do several other ones. In my case, 8 of them. In this video, I will share with you the 8 roles I play in my business, some of which you can expect to have to play too as a coaching business owner. The first one is the role of the expert. This is the one I chose when I started in business, i.e. the role of the coach. However, in the meantime, the focus in my business has changed and I started offering more mentoring and consulting services in addition to coaching, which is why I use the label expert instead of coach. For you, if you only do coaching in your business, then the role of the coach would apply here. Your responsibility in this role is to work directly with clients and deliver the service. This is your zone of genius. But here's an interesting observation. Many new coaches think that they will spend most of their time coaching. What I found is that in reality, coaches only spend about 30% of their time coaching. The rest is dedicated to running a coaching business, which requires other skills in addition to coaching. Which takes us to the second role, that of the marketer. In order to attract clients, you need to promote your coaching services and talk about what you do and how you can help others. Your job as a marketer is to match your customers' problems with a potential solution, such as your coaching services. In other words, to underline how you can help them get from where they are now to where they would like to be. You can do this through your content, either in written, audio, video, or other form, and through the interactions you have with potential clients. Another responsibility you have as a marketer is to educate prospects on what coaching is and what they can expect to get by working with a coach. Given that the industry is not regulated, anyone can call themselves a coach, even if they don't understand what it means and the services they offer are far from coaching. It would be in our best interests to differentiate ourselves from these pseudo-coaches and clarify to potential clients the difference between coaching and other services such as teaching, consulting, mentoring, and the like. I have a video about educating your prospects, which I will leave here and in the description box below. The next role is that of the salesperson. For the majority of coaches, this is the role they dread the most. Many of my clients are worried about this aspect because they don't want to appear icky, pushy, or sleazy. I tell them the same thing I'm about to tell you. Without sales, there can be no business. Not a profitable and financially viable one anyway. Without sales, your coaching business is a hobby at best, a very expensive hobby. So here's a different perspective to help you with this belief that sales are pushy or unethical in some way. Selling is no more than an exchange of value. One party gets help to find a solution to their problem, and the other gets the monetary equivalent of what that solution is worth. As a seller, you facilitate this exchange. That's it. No pushing, no manipulation. It's simply an exchange of value between two parties. If you're unsure how to conduct a discovery call and how to approach a sales conversation, you can watch this video where I give you a structure to follow. Let's move on to the fourth role, the admin person. In this role, you need to do all the things and then some. respond to emails, source pictures and schedule social media content, file expenses and issue invoices, file documents appropriately, back up your drive, send thank you notes. The list goes on and on. I did a time tracking exercise a while ago and I was surprised to discover how much time I spend doing admin tasks. Following that exercise, I put a few boundaries in place and I got some help. If you have capacity to work with a VA, then you can unload some of these tasks. If not, you're going to have to do them yourself. It's a mundane role, but one that needs to be done. If you're getting value from the video so far, I would appreciate it if you gave it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing. If you're inclined to leave a comment, that would make my day. It really helps to support the channel and I thank you in advance if you do. Okay, here come the big guns. The next role is that of the CFO or Chief Financial Officer. Fair enough, a lot of small businesses don't need a CFO, but still I encourage you to set some time aside every once in a while and act like one, even if you already work with a bookkeeper or an accountant. A CFO's role is to look for the future and make a financial projection, to analyze investment opportunities, to act as a business partner and trusted advisor. Some accountants do that for small businesses, but they won't make any decisions for you. Now, you don't have to take a deep dive into managing your business finances, but at the very minimum, you need to understand the financial implications of your options and act accordingly. A while ago, I wrote an article about the financial aspects you should not neglect in your coaching business. I will link it for you below. And also, if you don't work with a bookkeeper or accountant and you want to know how to manage your finances, watch this video. The sixth role is that of the CEO. And by the way, I'm not sharing these in any particular order and certainly not in order of importance. So the CEO or the Chief Executive Officer. It sounds obvious that you need to run your business, but in practice, it takes some getting used to. I had to learn to become the CEO of my business by letting go of my employee mindset and starting to think and act like a business owner. I have an entire video where I talk about the difference between an employee and a business owner mindset. I'll link it here and in the description box below. Your role as the CEO is to have a vision for your business and to devise the strategy for reaching that vision. It's your job to question whether what you're doing in your other roles is conducive to your business goals and to make decisions based on that assessment. By the way, I'm thinking of filming a video on this topic. I'm not sure yet if I should talk about how to organize a CEO day or if I should talk people through the thinking process behind acting as the CEO of your coaching business. So if you're interested in this topic and you would like me to address it in more detail, please let me know in the comments or in a direct message, and also let me know what format you would prefer. The seventh role you can expect to play in your coaching business is that of the chairperson. I started seeing the importance of acting like a chairperson when I noticed that sometimes my CEO ego would make an appearance. It's my business, I can do whatever I want. And that's true, but there are other people who are either directly or indirectly affected by my decisions. In business terms, these people are called stakeholders. They have an interest or a concern in the business. And although I run my business alone, there are others who might be affected by what is happening inside it. Examples include my clients, collaborators, audience, and ultimately my friends and my loved ones. The role of the chairperson is to keep the CEO in check and to analyze and vote on their strategic decisions to make sure that their actions have everyone's interest at stake. So when the CEO in me has a narcissistic moment, the chairperson me kicks my own butt. And finally, we got to the eighth role, that of a janitor. Yes, you heard that correctly. You will have to play the janitor. I don't know about you, but I cannot work in a cluttered environment. It distracts me, it overwhelms me, which is why I like to keep a clean office and a clean desk. But in addition to their practical role, the janitor also plays a symbolic one, decluttering your mind of all the junk it tends to accumulate when you work for yourself. I'm not good enough. I cannot compete with so many amazing professionals in my field. There is so much that I don't know. I am not an expert. I will soon be exposed for being a fraud. My prices are too high. My clients cannot afford my services. I hate selling. I'm not good at negotiating. I find networking events awkward. Most of the time I don't even know what I'm doing, etc. Does any of that sound familiar? The janitor might not have a flashy title, but their role is probably the most important of all. Why? Because it makes taking care of your physical and mental environment a priority. If you have any corporate experience at all, you know that the janitor is the first one to come to the office and the last one to leave. I took that to heart, and I intentionally take a few minutes at the beginning and at the end of my working day to declutter my desk and my mind. Working for yourself goes beyond doing what you do best, in this case coaching. It stretches you to act in different capacities and to use skills that you might not have or master yet. It teaches you to market and sell your products or services, to think strategically about your actions, to analyze the financial implications of your decisions, and so much more. There might come a time when your business will function without you, but until then you will need to play several roles to make sure things run smoothly. I hope you enjoyed this video. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Alisa, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.